This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Y'all, today is the day. We're literally driving into our warehouse. The girls are here, so we have Janelle. I don't think Yuka's here quite yet. I think she might be running late, but so far it looks really promising. The outside alone looks huge, so I think we can have like a good number of food vendors out here, but I'm super excited. My sister's also here. You guys say hi, Michelle? And then Arthur's here. Literally all the boyfriends and husbands came through today, so I'll introduce everyone. Here we have Daniel,
Howdy.
Yuka's boyfriend, and then we have Gio, which is Janelle's husband. He's a husband.
And my lover.
And Arthur's lover, apparently. And then we have Janelle, our third partner of Usagi Mercado. This is the outside of it. It's a lot bigger than I thought, and this isn't on 0.5, so this is like its true scale. And I guess we can use everyone else's like perspective for it. Pretty good. I feel like we can fit a whole bunch of vendors along here. Maybe a couple food trucks too. But they're gonna have this like, what is this? Like garage door type thing open for us the day of, which is massive. Love it. One thing we're worried about if we do want vendors out here, which is probably only gonna be food vendors, is that they have very minimal lighting and the sun hasn't gone down yet, so we don't know if that's gonna automatically turn on. And then there's a light over there, which isn't even part of the building, but we're gonna be utilizing this space. And then we have this one here. We also don't know how bright it is, so we're definitely gonna have to tell our vendors to bring their own lighting. There she is, Yuka's here.
Welcome to the home of Usagi Mercado, y'all. So my initial thought walking in was, dang, this is one huge square. But I kind of like that because we can get pretty creative with vendor placement, and it also just gives us the liberty to create our own layout since it's one big open floor plan. It was pretty hard for me to see its true scale and potential though, just because they had a lot of faux walls and wooden crates in the space, but obviously it's huge. Like, we're talking 18,000 square feet. But let's get more into the numbers of how much we paid. So we put down $6,500 for the venue, which I think is pretty good considering the square footage and the fact that it can fit over 70 vendors.
Do you see the sweat collecting on my face? Yeah. Arthur is hot as hell too. Oh my gosh, we're glowing.
I just wanna take my shirt off.
It's hot, y'all. So I think we should probably ask about ventilation because yes, it's a night market, so it's gonna happen at night, but we wanna make sure that there's like cool air circulating in here because it's hot.
Luckily for us, we have this huge silver garage door that we can have open throughout the entire night so that there's some sort of ventilation and cold air circulating, but all this here, this has got to stay. They're used to building stages and faux walls, so they're going to build walls to keep that cornered off. And while we were just kind of snooping around, we saw that they had these industrial fans, but not just one of them, but two of them. And they said we're free to use them. So again, we've got more air coming through. And these wooden crates, from far away in the earlier clips, they look pretty small, but they're massive. They're a lot taller than I am. So they were obstructing a lot of the space, which made it look smaller in my eyes. What are we thinking of the warehouse so far, y'all? Are we loving it? Let me know down below in the comments. But while I have you here, let's talk about today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. They're an all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs. So if you want to sell digital items, physical items, or even a service, if you want to start your own blog or online portfolio, Squarespace can help you. Squarespace came through for me, and that's why Twinelle.com exists. This is where I sell my Y2K dead stock and my mystery bundles. And yes, my bundles are only available on my Squarespace website. The July drop is coming super soon, probably next week, so keep tabs on my IG for that. But last month's drops, I'm in the middle of filming everything, so I want to give you a little sneak peek. I'm only going to ruin one item. There's always that one bundle that's super tricky because it's so far from my style, but I'm going to show off this one, a little sneak peek. We've got some XOXO on a paper tag made in USA, but look at how pretty this is. I love the smock waist, the all over floral print, the sheer sleeves. It's just screaming ethereal. But let's talk some features that Squarespace offers that makes it super easy to create your own website. So the first one is Squarespace Blueprint. They've got professionally curated layouts and styling options to tailor to your brand, and all you have to do is just customize the color and the text. The second feature I want to talk about is flexible payments. This just increases the checkout options for your customers. Your customers can pay either using their credit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, and even in some eligible countries, there's buy now, pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. The last feature I want to talk about
is one of my favorites. It's video collections. You can upload videos to your website to either sell access to or just showcase. So right now on my homepage, I have my most recent YouTube upload. So if you ever miss a notification on YouTube, you can always catch up with me on my website. There's a free trial waiting for you at squarespace.com, but when you're ready to launch, you're gonna visit squarespace.com/Janelle to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using my code TWINL. But a huge thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to this warehouse tour.
The landlord of the warehouse and Janelle and Yuka were assuring me that just because there's a whole bunch of these setups and like walls, the day of our event, it's going to be totally cleared out. So it was a little hard to visualize, but that's why we were given floor plans so that we can actually configure how many vendors can fit in here. Now let's talk about the back patio. This is one thing that sucked. We did not want stairs with our venue, but unfortunately we just couldn't escape it. So if we were going to utilize the back patio, everyone has to go down the stairs. Aesthetically, I love the way that it looked out here just because I like how visible the graffiti is on the neighbor's building. The railroad track in the back patio kind of made no sense. Like, it's not even connected to the one that's literally right next to it, so it makes it a little hard to walk on. And if the girls come out with cute shoes like me and my Unif wave platforms, they might just break an ankle out here. My sister was also wearing some really long flare pants, and by the time she made it inside from outside, she was covered in thorns, like literal spiky thorns that hurt to walk around in. I had a whole bunch of fun ideas for the back patio before I actually saw it. So way at the very end there, it was the only place that had like flat concrete that's pretty easy to walk in. So I had ideas of hosting a little clothing swap back here or having a banner that's Usagi Mercado branded and people can come over and draw little bunnies and date it. I don't think that's going to happen here at all because making that walk over from the entrance was not a very safe one during the day. So imagine at night when lighting and your vision is very limited. At this point, the back patio was going to be a no-go. Also, we were just going to feel super guilty if we put vendors out here because it's so secluded from the actual main floor, and we don't know how many people would actually want to make it down those steps and across the railroad tracks. So in the end, we decided this was going to be the designated smoking area, or if people had food or little treats that they wanted to eat outside of some place that was a little too overstimulating, this would be the place. Let's put these mics to the test. Let's see how far back we can go. And then it'll also give you a scale of how big this warehouse is. So can you hear me? If you can still hear me, comment an ear emoji. But I just reached the furthest wall. In this general direction, I think it's the restroom. So we'll head over there next.
So, Tyler's sweet part. Should I count it down?
I can't look at you.
But let's check out some bathrooms because y'all, it actually has some. Usually at night markets, there's porta potties, but not here, not at Usagi Mercado. We've got actual stalls, clean toilets, toilet paper. And how many stalls is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the women's. We've got 3 sinks. Cute little like selfie moments here. Let's go check out the men's, which is just right across the hall here. And I'm pretty sure it might be the same, only with a urinal maybe. There we go. I don't know what it is about urinals, but they scare the crap out of me. Like, what is that? What's that yellow thing in there? And then we have 1, 2, they've got 3 stalls in here. It looks like one of them is much larger. Oh yeah. Okay, super spacious, very nice. Similar to the other one, 3 sinks, mirrors, very nice. And I think we're gonna have about like 4 rows of vendors in here. We don't have access to this room over here. I think this might be their storage. So everything that they have, like the walls and those like wooden crates, I think they might be coming in here, but I wonder if they'd ever be open to renting out this area because it's massive. It's huge. Ever since I moved to LA, I told myself that I always wanted to live in a loft that has red brick, so that had always been my goal. Finally made that goal when I moved to my downtown LA loft, the one that I'm currently in, and now my warehouse has them.
I really like it though. I think it's gonna come together. Everything looks good. It's spacious. It's coming along, y'all. Only 3 more weeks. Our time has run out. We are done. We've kind of over...
Here's the last look of the venue before our actual event, so without any vendors, and I'm really happy with it. Honestly, I think this might be the dream venue.
The girls of Usagi Mercado, we are at the end of our tour. This is my first time seeing it. This is their second time seeing it. I like it. Initial thoughts, I did think it was a little small coming into it, but then again, there was like a lot of walls in there that are gonna be gone by the time July 20th rolls around.
I don't know, I feel like we're just super excited to be here. We just need a couple more vendors, men's vendors, food vendors, and non-clothing vendors. Miscellaneous. That's what we need more of. We have a lot of Y2K.
We have
A lot of Y2K, yeah. No.
If we can have every one of Danielle's subscribers repost our flyer to your story, just one repost, we would have so many reposts.
Yeah.
But truly, thank you guys in advance for just like supporting this event. I'm so honored that you guys asked me to be a part of this. I'm Janelle, by the way. I can't believe I'm part of this, but literally working with these ladies is like so inspiring. They're so hardworking. I posted this earlier today, but you guys are like so multi-talented. It's really humbling because I know nothing about like content creation or TikTok or anything, or just like graphic design, and they're seriously multifaceted, and just seeing everything from behind the scenes is honestly just so like honor, like I feel so honored to be alongside of you guys. So
Wait, the feeling mutual.
I almost had a career, okay?
Are you a Cancer? Are you a Cancer?
No, but I'm a Pisces moon and rising,
Oh, okay.
so
Wait, zoom in. She's actually tearing up a little bit.
But y'all, that pretty much does it for the end of our warehouse tour. As always, y'all, I post videos at least once a week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!
Y'all, we need to sit down for this because we just got hit with really big news. Keep in mind, I toured the warehouse around I think it's been like 2 days now, but we've already paid for it. We've already signed a contract. We've already sold tickets. All of our vendors have already paid. Everything is set in place. We're only 2 weeks away from our actual event, and the warehouse dropped us. The landlord became really hesitant about hosting our event. One of the things was a capacity throughout the entire night, which we're expecting around 400 attendees. We let them know that from the jump. Literally my introductory text message or DM on Squarespace was literally that. And then they said that we had to cut it down to 150 people. Pretty much 150 people are gonna be our vendors, meaning no attendees, no buyers are gonna be allowed inside the building. The main thing where we had to be like, whoa, we can't do this, is that now they want permits and certificate of insurances, which I know that sounds really technical, but pretty much they want that for every single vendor. And I think we're close to 60, 70 vendors. So that is just not doable, because first of all, it's gonna be an additional cost for the actual vendor. And then secondly, I'm not sure they can do that within the time frame of only 2 weeks. So this just puts us in a really tricky situation because we don't even have a backup venue. We don't even have a refund yet, even if we wanted to pay for a backup venue. So we're gonna have to do major research if we wanna find an available warehouse, or we might just have to do a parking lot in the middle of summer. I don't know how our vendors are gonna like that, or how you guys are gonna like that. Or our last option is gonna have to just cancel the event and postpone for another date. So my stress levels are at an all-time high, but I did jump on a call with the girls and they're coming tomorrow in person so we can find another warehouse. We're not gonna call it quits on Usagi Mercado. That is our last resort option. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna be posting updates on Usagi Mercado. If you don't follow us on Instagram already, go hit us up. But as always, y'all, I do post videos at least once a week. I'll see you next time. Bye, and hopefully by then I'll have a warehouse.